Hello and welcome to this quick look back at Tomb Raider 2. Tomb Raider 2 came out in '97 for the PlayStation. I think it did also for the PC. I could be wrong on that because from what I've read, the first game, first Tomb Raider, didn't come out on PC till 1997. So, I mean, unless they had it designed for PC and then released it shortly after, that's the only way I can see that happening. But that's just what I've read off Wikipedia. Which, as I know, is not always a trustworthy thing to use. But a lot of it, from what I've read about games, is usually quite on spot on. So a lot of things changed in this game. The first thing you'll notice is Lara's model's changed. She no longer looks like she's going to poke your eyes out, if you know what I mean. If you played the first game, so that's one of the first major changes. I think she had a few new. Well, I don't think there was a lot of new moves she could do actually. In this one, but there was like a roll. I think you could roll underwater, or I think I'm right on that. I could be wrong because I don't remember being able to do that in the first one. But as I said, I could be wrong on that. I don't think there was much change to the guns, the way they looked. I think another change was the camera sort of zoomed out a bit more compared to in the first game. Another new thing was the dragons. In the first game, the only secrets were like medipacks and things like that. In this one, you had to find 3 dragons to get a secret at the end of the level. Luckily, I know the secrets in this level. I know the ones in Venice. After that, I'm lost because didn't really get that far with the game, if I'm honest. Another big change is with the first game, it wasn't really there was not really a lot of outdoor scenery, whereas in this one there is. And I think that continued on till the last revelation because that was set back in Egypt. So I wasn't really. I don't know entirely on that actually because I haven't fully played that one as well. So I can't really. I know like enough to get by on it, but yeah, it's not another game I've played through fully. So I'm not looking forward to doing the Tomb Raider 3 one actually because that's a game I've very barely played to be honest. I've played a few levels on it, so hopefully I can, do have enough to talk about it. I should do. I'll probably play it a bit over the weekend anyway, so just to get me, because I probably might not do it till next year. We'll just see how we go with that. I want to try and get it done before Christmas if I can actually. Just trying to think what else was new. I think that was really it, except for certain levels had different costumes, which obviously if you played the first one you'll know that she never changed her costume in the whole game, which I thought was a good idea really. But only other than that, there was a lot more weapons as well because you only had I think 4 weapons in the first game. There's quite a few. There's quite a different variety of weapons, which was different. The only other thing that I think really was new was the save system had changed because in the first game you had to rely on the blue crystals, so you couldn't save until you found a blue crystal, whereas this one you can save where you like, which I think is a really good system. I liked what they did there, especially with this level. I mean, for a starting level, it is kind of hard with the traps. I do get caught out by a few in a minute, so you'll notice a few saves. Or you'll notice like the it might not look in sync, the video, it might sort of jump a little bit. The only reason I put it together like that is I didn't want it to look rubbish was the main reason, and I didn't want to really watch. I don't think people really want to keep seeing Lara die. If you got the game, you can come up with creative ways. I think there was actually a cheat on this game to actually make her explode, which seemed a pretty pointless cheat to me. But each to their own on that one. The game actually is about because the first one I didn't actually say in the first quick look back at. It's about the dagger of Xi'an. I think that's how you pronounce it. I'm not very good with pronunciation. It's basically a mythical dagger that if you stab it yourself in the heart with it, you become a mythical dragon. So that's pretty much what this story is about. From what I can understand, she's set out looking for it, and as you'll see at the end of the level, it appears that she's not the only person looking for it, and I think that this is the first Tomb Raider. I'm not entirely sure because I think halfway, I know through Anniversary and some talk when I was at school about the first game, the original game, that there are some human opponents in the first game, but there's only they're only bosses. Whereas in this one, there are a lot of human enemies, which I thought was kind of different. I don't know if it was a good move or a bad move. I don't really think of it like that, to be honest. I think as long as it kept what was great about the original game, so that was really it for me. For those who are interested, on the PlayStation Store, I think they've got a thing called the Festive Sale, something like that. And I know they've got the first Tomb Raider on sale. I think it's £2 something. Not sure what it is in euros or dollars or any other currency. Because unfortunately at the moment I had to switch PlayStations because my one, it hasn't packed in, but it's making a very weird grinding noise. It has been for a really long time, and I've just kind of been holding out that it wouldn't go. And Blu-ray discs started to go, went last week on it, which I was really annoyed at. And the games are starting to really play up on it now. So I mean, you have to restart it 3 or 4 times sometimes just to get a disc working. Sometimes you get lucky, and it is really kind of frustrating. And I just got an opportunity to get a new one, and I got one of the super slim ones. The only problem is it's the 12GB model, which doesn't have a lot of memory. And to my horror, I found out that you couldn't replace the hard drive on it without a certain. You need a special what they call a hard drive caddy, if I'm correct, which is kind of annoying. Because I've got my other PlayStation was the slim one. I think it's the one that came out in 2009, if I'm correct. There's no way I can get the hard drive in it. I know it resets it anyway, but I backed up the majority of the stuff I wanted anyway onto a USB disc. But it's really frustrating that some of the saves are locked. That really annoys me. I don't see the point in it. The only thing I can see is to stop you getting trophies that you shouldn't be getting. But then most of the games that you transfer a save over to get other trophies is it'll disable trophies. So I don't see why they do that. It doesn't seem common sense. So I don't know the reason behind it. If I did, maybe I'd understand it more. But they did say on the PlayStation blog, I seen Tomb Raider 2 mentioned on the list of what was on the sale, but I haven't actually seen it on there. So I can't say for sure, but I think the price it was at was pretty good. I can't quite remember now. Actually, I think it was about £2.99, which is reasonable for me. I mean, I think it was £5.49, which still isn't too bad. But it depends how much you're willing to pay, really. I think if you're looking at prices on eBay compared to that, I think it's a better deal to get it there and then, a digital version, whereas, you can guarantee the quality of it, if you know what I mean. And yeah. It's annoying for me because I've got Tomb Raider 1 on disc, Tomb Raider 2, because I lost my copy, because I can't remember when I got it. I remember getting it. I think I got it for like 16 quid at the time. But unfortunately, I left the case on the floor open, and I don't know who stood on it. But I can't remember actually. But someone accidentally stood on it, and the way they've sort of the case fractured, it went into the disc, and there was like a massive splinter in the disc, and it was unplayable. I was really annoyed about that. 3 I never had. 4 I lost because I borrowed it to one of my mum's friends, and never got it back. And Chronicles I never got, but I've got them all now, as I said in the first video, so that's really good. What I'm going to show now is how to get the last dragon. Now this is something I never knew about, till a friend showed me, and I couldn't figure out I couldn't remember how he got down there, and I was just through messing about, I actually found out how to do it. I'll make a bit of a cock up on the way down, but nothing too serious that that it's going to impact. I just forget to light a flare. Also I meant to add, because I had to redo this video because it wouldn't upload properly, and I forgot to mention that it was actually an expansion pack for the PC version called Golden Mask, if I'm correct. because I remember seeing it, and because I didn't have a PC at the time it came out, and I thought, well, what's that? Because I was a huge fan of Tomb Raider when I was younger, not for the obvious reasons. And I just really always wondered what it was, but from what I can understand, it was a separate story to Tomb Raider. It came out in April 1999, from what I've read on Wikipedia. It's a completely different story, unlike Unfinished Business for the first game. So I mean, in this day and age, obviously that would be DLC for PlayStation 3, Xbox, the usual, for the consoles as well as the PC. But obviously, back then it probably wasn't. I don't know how it would have worked if it was doable. But yeah, it would have been good if you could have done that for the PlayStation. I suppose they could have re-released it and added it as a second disc or something like they used to do with Final Fantasy. That's the only way I could have seen it getting done for the PlayStation. It probably, I don't know if it would have cost more to do that or what, why they never did that, but I don't know what it was like. Right, I normally, this time I thought I'm just going to go for this, and luckily it paid off. Like the first game, there's a T-Rex in this one as well. They're not too bad. I kind of gave it away there. There's not one, there's actually two. I was going to not spoil that, but I kind of did. But they can. The second one, I've seen it more than the one we just took down. The second one, I got a bit too close up and he ate me in one. I don't know if that one does it, because I don't believe the T-Rex in Tomb Raider 1 did that. I don't think the Anniversary one does either. I could be wrong on that. I will get back on with Tomb Raider Anniversary. I've started it up. I've been playing it today actually. I've done the city of Vilcabamba, I think that's how you pronounce it. If I'm correct, there actually is a T-Rex in Tomb Raider 3 as well. I'm not entirely sure on that. I did see a clip on YouTube of it. And I've heard it before, so I believe there is one. What level it is, though, I don't know. I want to actually try and do that level if I can find out. But I probably do. For Tomb Raider 3, I might do the very first level, because I know I can complete that. Or I might do the Area 51 level, I think it's called. For some reason, I actually thought there was a Medipack there, but I was obviously seeing things. No, it's going quite well with Anniversary. I mean, I'm going to try and... I wanted to stretch it out through leading up to March, because that's when the new Tomb Raider comes out. So I hopefully can get it all done. Problem with my Xbox, well, problem with all the Xbox I've got, I don't know about the new model. I've got the arcade model, the old white one. You can't put the HDMI cable and the AV cable in at the same time. And it's really annoying. You have to keep switching the cable around. The way I've got my stuff set up, so that's the reason. It's just I kind of kept putting it off because I used to. But no, I will get back on with that. I'm ploughing through I ploughed through the city of Vilcabamba, so yeah, it's going well. Now, do not make the mistake of going on that other side. Just keep going up, because I made that mistake and actually fell off, and I was not impressed with myself. That does not sound very nice, whatever that is. I think it's those wheels rolling. Oh, not them spiders again. I swear they just keep popping up every time you come back this way. See, I just tend to just walk slowly, because that's usually where they do appear. I think we've got rid of them all. I actually probably should use... Looking back on this, I actually wish I would have used a Medipack here, but... it wasn't... Well, actually, I say I wish I would have. I didn't need to use it, as you'll see, because there's only 2 more enemies to fight now. All it is 2 tigers, and that's pretty much going to be it for this level. Well, I think that's really all I've got to say, so thank you very much for watching. I will try and get Tomb Raider 3 done before Christmas or New Year, at least. Then, after New Year, we'll get Last Revelation, which I think Chronicles, and Angel of Darkness, Legend, and Underworld. And that'll be it. So thank you for watching.
Pardon me, if that was just your way of trying the doors for me.
With a Tommy gun on my keyring.
Though not anymore. So after you.
Somehow, you don't behave like you got the monk's blood.
I understand that somehow is in my favor. So indulge me about the dagger. I'd be indebted with your life.
These doors are waiting for the right one. The right time to arrive. And then the dagger's blade will honor the hearts of those who believe. So unless you pledge your loyalty as well.
And which one is that?
To the sins and fortunes of Marco Bartoli.
Perhaps not just yet, then. Aha, Gianni Bartelli, Via Caravelli, Venice.